Hi, I'm Anthony from Halo's Frozen Cocktails, and I'm going to talk to you about how to look after your Halo's Frozen Cocktail machine, which is a double bowl machine. The machine operates in pretty much the same way as a single bowl, just in case you've already seen that video. The only major difference is that the condenser is on this left-hand side, so I'll run through the whole thing just to show you what to do. So you need to wash the machine once a week. To do that, switch the machine off, so obviously none of these would be turning. The lid's on a bullet plug, so pull out the bullet plug, take the lid off, put your thumbs under the bowl and ease it up. You see these feet lift up from behind the bowl and then ease them forward. Slide the bowl off, pop it down there. Then squeeze this rubber seal here on the front, slide that forward, and the rubber seal on the back. Pull that off. That's it. So those are the three main pieces of the machine. Put all that lot through the glass washer. All of this, wipe it down, hot soapy water, dry it. Putting it back together. Put the rubber seal on first, so the big flat section goes to the back. Bottom on, and run your thumbs round, push it into position. Spiral, you get, actually there's already some of the matrix gel on this machine, so pop that in there. And if you see this has got a notch on it, off it up to the notch, push and twist, that dropped into position, and then we've got a little bit of the gel, matrix gel there. So that's available from the website, or you can use petroleum jelly. So put some in there, run it round the inside of the bowl, and that helps it slip easily over the rear seal and it makes a nice seal, so you're not going to get any leaks. But also, 1 second, so off it up to it, push, and that pops in. You can see how easily it's gone on. But if you don't put the matrix gel on, or Vaseline will do. If you don't put that on, eventually the bowl gets. Could you pass me some tissue, please? Thank you. Right, if you don't put it on, eventually the rubber seal will become tight and dry, and you'll put the bowl on, the seal will kink, and the product will end up pouring out the back. The tap works in the same way. So, take the pin out, handle comes off, that pops out the bottom, that slides off. Again, you put the matrix gel around this section here, because these two pieces are separate, so that piece has to be lubricated, once a week whenever you wash it. So that comes off, that goes on the top. This hole needs to face you, doesn't matter which way around it goes, it can go this way or that way, makes them once. So pop that up inside. Put the handle back in the hole there. Put the pin in. That's it. Then the lid goes back on top. Now, if all you want to do is fill the machine, the easiest thing to do is take that out. Often they'll fall out if you don't take the lid off. And hang that on the side, that way you can pour your product in without having to constantly unplug the lid. Right back on there. Then, once a month, you need to take this panel off. Okay. So, this machine's got two little clips. It'll either have two clips like this, or it'll have two screws, in which case obviously you take the screws off, or this one, just pull the panel off, that comes off. All of this, you just get a soft brush or a vacuum attachment. The best way to do it is with a vacuum attachment with the brush fitting on it. Brush it, vacuum all the dust and muck off it. You need to do that once a month. If you don't do it, eventually the machine will just become hotter and hotter and hotter because it can't breathe. This will end up looking like carpet. The machine can't breathe, and it will just get hotter and hotter and hotter until eventually, you'll be ringing up saying, well, the machine's not freezing or it's broken. There's something inside will just give up because it'll overheat. But as long as you wash it and you keep that vent clean, the machines are pretty good, and you shouldn't have too much trouble with them. And then if you look at around this side, this is where you've got your main on and off switches now. So this panel here, ignore it, it doesn't matter what it says, press these buttons, it's not doing anything. Big green switch is obviously on and off. And these switches here, so they're all got an image next to them, so they're quite clear on what they do. So this one is spiral, that's a spiral for that side, that's a spiral for this side. Snowflake, that's obviously freeze, and same on this side, so you push those to number 1. So all the switches are on number 1, that's it, the machine's operating, it's going to freeze the product down, and away you go. So you fill it up, it'll freeze down a full load in around about an hour. Once it's frozen, you start using it, and then you top the machine up as you go along throughout the evening. End of the night, you switch the machine off. Anything left in it will thaw out. Any ice buildup or condensation on the outside runs down the side, down the tubing system into the drip tray. These switches, so if they're on number 1, it's freezing. When you fill the machine up, and it'll fill to the max line, to the 6 litre line, once it's frozen, the product will stay consistent. Just switch those off for a moment so you can hear me properly. Once it's frozen, the product will stay consistent as long as you can't see the spiral. As it empties and you start to see the spiral, you'll see this, it empties back to front, so it pushes everything towards the front. So the less and less it's got in it, the thicker and thicker it'll get. So the best way to operate the machine is to top it up as you go along throughout the evening. So the product will last about 2 weeks in the machine, so if you use it on a daily basis, you can top this machine up for the next 2 weeks. Right? Just so you top it up, top it up, top it up every night. As it runs out, you top it up. Once every 2 weeks, you need to empty the product out completely and start again with fresh product. So in order to do that, what you'll find is so let's say it's Saturday night and you decide, okay, you're not pouring any more products in there and you want to empty the machine out. So you're not pouring any more in, and the less and less it's got in, the thicker and thicker the product becomes. Now what will happen is it's not going to serve very nicely, it'll be thick and lumpy and you'll be struggling to get it out. And all you do is, so all this will be switched on and it's all pushing it towards a tap. But then all you do, if you find it's getting too thick, is flip the switch from number 1 down to number 2, and if you see you've got that wavy line which is liquid, but it's going to stop. It's not going to freeze the product anymore. It's going to allow the product to go back to liquid. So it'll soften, so you can get all the product out. But if you just left it alone, it would go back to liquid. If you find it's getting too soft, flick it back to number 1 for a little bit. And that's it. It should be fine. Thickness of the product you alter on the back of the machine. So you've got this gauge here. So if you put a screwdriver in there, twist that moves this gauge. If you move it towards a max, the drinks get thicker. If you move it towards the 1, the drinks get softer. So it's not colder and warmer. It's thicker and smoother. So round about the 2 should be about right. And when your machine arrives, it should be set round about there. That's pretty much normal for most places. Once it's frozen, if you're not happy with the consistency, pop the screwdriver in there, move it towards the max, that'll make it thicker, towards the 1 makes it softer. Once you've done that, you have to wait a little bit, so give it a chance to get to what you've just set it to. Otherwise, you'll sort of miss the point that you're trying to reach. That's it. As long as you do that, then the machine won't give you too much aggravation. Look after it, and, give it a wash once a week. Any other issues? You can go to the website. There's a section on there that talks to you about how, if the machine's overheating, what to do. If the one side's not freezing, it'll tell you explain to you what to do. Also, if that's doesn't solve your issue, my telephone number's on the side of every single machine. You can call me whenever you want. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, bank holiday, Monday. It doesn't matter. If you've got an issue, ring me up. That's what the number's there for. Do not ring your wholesale rep. They don't know anything about the equipment. It's not their job. If you want product, ring your rep. If you've got an issue with the equipment, ring me. So most of the time it's something simple. I can sort it out over the phone. If it's not, if there's something like rubber seals and bits and pieces like that dropped in the post, you've got them, the next day, the day after. If it's anything more major than that, then we've got a rep in it. We've got someone in the area at least once a week. They'll come in, make the repair, or just swap the machine. That's it. Thank you very much for your time.